Right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. And Jones is back in home, so he's in his normal D&D spot. So we're on session 134 of the story of the Crass Menagerie, currently level 12s. And um, in short, they've spent in real world time the last couple of months in a town space known as Carver. And the story has unfolded such that they had uncovered that there was a dragon sleeping deep within the mountain, and that its supernatural affinity for greed and uh, taking had leached itself into the mountain and then the nearby communities. And uh, they also had later uncovered that they're at the top of the Carver societal echelons, there was a group known as the Tefra trustees who lived in the Tefra shelves. And unlike the rest of Carver, that is a rundown, forgotten, semi-shanty town of um, you know, of a mining town. Uh, they live in, luxury and in poshness. Uh, but they were led mostly for the discoveries of an individual, an elven male that went by the name of Maxime Loran, head of House Loran. And it was uncovered that there was some sort of ties between Loran and a dragon cult, uh, specifically to a green dragon that the menagerie had defeated in its lair, or right outside of its lair, known as Aristratar, the avatar of avarice, the despoiler of virtue, and a few other names. Well, after the defeat of Aristratar, there was a storm brewing above Carver, and the storm had the odd visual illusion, or however you want to wish to disclaim it, of like a dragon within it, or the storm was forming into the shape of a dragon's head, which very few people seem to notice because, believe it or not a lot of people look up at the night sky when it's raining, when it's night. So uh, very few people picked up on this. The menagerie, within their investigations and their struggles, befriended two individuals that were members of the Candlelighters, an organization that is generally their purpose is for the betterment of society, for weeding out corruption, taking away tyranny, etc. And their introductions, while not the smoothest, involving the capture of Rock and his getting beat up, they did prove to be stalwart and valuable allies, though out of their element, though capable at the same time. So the story most recently involved the menagerie infiltrating and getting their way into the Loran Manor, the head of the Tefra trustees, uh, likely leader of the Dragon Cult. Uh, and this, with that, there was some engagements. Uh, one of which involved some of the members of the menagerie pretending to be captured, and the others under illusionary disguise as some of the assailants or cult members. But this was a ruse, and they began to engage the cult within the Loran man. Went fairly well, and Loran managed to slip away, but the menagerie made a new ally. One of the elite assailants uh, turned out to be a double agent, uh, and actually part of another house of the trustees from the Ichis, and they helped the menagerie forward. However, rather than continue the fight against Loran and whatever awaited the menagerie, this friend directed him where to go, and then headed throughout the rest of the manor to make sure that no one else would come up and interfere or get in the way or assist Loran. The individual's name is Azil, E.T. So the menagerie then, with the two candlelighters, went on to confront Loran. They were met by some of his allies and other heads of the trustees. So we had, we had two sets of twins that seemed to be descendants of Loran. We had Lady Valerie Extra, a full-blooded elven individual. We had Bragon Solomon, the current head of the Solomon House, a Minotaur. And then we had Umiko Ichi, the current head, due to essentially like selling out and usurping the actual head of the Ichi household, proven to be the uncle of Azil. Well, combat ensued. I think most surprisingly to the menagerie, their friend, Goija, the tiefling elementalist, encased himself in elemental crystal to be able to allow for very, well, rather powerful elementals to assist in the combat. Fighting ensued. Dragnar was out of the fight pretty much the entire time, despite either Town of Madness or Hypnotic Pattern. But eventually, with the use of the environment or within the study, the room with the telescopes, the menagerie confronted and were able to battle. And Loran was literally bludgeoned to death by animated books. Let's just not beat around the bush. However, throughout the combat, he was siphoning the bestowed powers from the deceased patron that was given to Bragan and Umiko, and bolstering his own, growing in size, becoming more draconic in feature. And as he was stumbling, thrashing, trying to, either complete some sort of plan or find a means to escape, he reached for the telescope, which then he broke, and within it you saw, well, we'll find out what you saw. And that's kind of where we're picking up with Loran breathing, what's likely his last breaths. Bragan and Umiko unconscious due to, well, the trauma of having this borrowed powers ripped from them. So yeah. Oh, and the twins are dead. The lava elemental just destroyed the twins. I remember that now.
Now, one of them destroyed themselves
Oh yes, one of them. I'm sorry, fire destroyed
by
the twins. Right?
poking
Yeah,
me
the
like an
lava.
idiot.
Yeah. The other one attacked Davis, who had his
Armor, my fiery
Redeemer
armor
shield.
for
Yeah,
Vagabus. Yeah.
You goofed.
God done did goofed. So to kind of remind my players of some other elements. So yes, as far as you know, the combat is over. Lady Valerie is down, like in a submissive position. Uh, hands exposed, head down. The Minotaur and the Khemri, so Bragan and Umiko, are essentially on like death's door. It looks like I don't know. You might have to investigate, but they had their powers were forcefully ripped from them by Maxine. Uh, the books still flutter in the air. The elementals still moving around. The telescope damaged, and then in the other side of the manor. Oh, and then the other side of the manor, the dais with the four scale swarm blades still channeling or humming or buzzing or doing something with the energies. So, what are you guys doing?
I would pop down and help up Lady Estra.
Not looking at you, she feels you kind of reach for her hand. Stands.
Just no funny business.
Looking down. Doesn't say anything. It's kind of settled nod, yes. You can see Jones's tail.
I like to hop up the stairs and get up towards the telescope, towards
Okay.
Maxime, make sure he doesn't do anything crazy. I'm also gonna raise my right hand as a fist, to tell the books to halt
Okay.
if they're still kind of floating
Give
around.
him like the SWAT hand signals. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So the books, they, in a normal formation, just kind of start circling like a shark circling its prey, right?
hmm
A little
Heck
school
yeah.
of it. Yeah.
Perfect.
The uh, the elementals begin to just kind of reform the defensive barrier line around the crystallized Enogoisia.
Well,
So yes.
I guess. I guess that's taken care of. I mean, he's still got a bunch of followers, though, right? Like, do we think?
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think they mind controlled all these people.
Yeah. I mean, we should probably. Could we tell Scoot somehow? Could we like send him a message saying, "Hey, Maxime's dead"?
I'm gonna run over with my holy blade still out. Is there any more left?
Uh, just her, but she seems pretty submissive for now.
Huh. So it's over.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't fully understand what we just witnessed. Nor
I'm
do
gonna
I understand.
jump up on the stairs right here and kind of just resound in like the new quiet of the room and be like, "You are parasites to Carver no more."
Uh, yeah. Lady Valerie doesn't respond to that, and you'll see when you say that, it says Mole has walked over to the two unconscious uh members of the shelf. Not lording over, but looming over Bragan Solomon. Kind of kicks kicks them so that they face upwards. Just looking over him. They don't look very good.
Oh wait, they're not dead. I thought he just
Maybe.
like straight up murdered them.
Mm. And they're not long for this world very long, but
Both of them?
yeah. Now he kind of goes over and flips the Camry over. So Lord
I'll,
Ichi.
yeah, I'll if I can, I'll try and heal one with a moment of courage if I can.
Yeah, sure. If you want to.
I will give them one merit die. It is a one.
Genuine heal. Which one?
Ichi.
Ichi. Okay. So
And I'll spend. Go ahead, but I'm gonna spend a healing spell on the other.
on Bragan. Okay. So as you do, um, they and the you'll see that like Ichi, as he kind of comes to a little bit, like as he coughs up, blood, internal damage is probably evident. Uh, there's crimson coming off of his cheeks. Looking around,
Weapon kind of pointed at them and be like, no, now, don't get any ideas.
he just kind of on his
Stay right
back
there.
looks up. Yeah, he just kind of looks at you and rolls his eyes down and just kind of closes them.
I'm
Loran is
gonna
gone, just so you guys know.
Okay, go ahead,
and
Tush.
for mine, I'm gonna like hold the blade to like Bragan's neck, but I'm gonna touch his forehead,
Mhm.
and like the light comes back into his eyes for just a second as I like take my hand away from his forehead.
Okay.
You didn't tell him how much you healed him, I don't think.
Oh, 25. Sorry, I wrote it in chat. I
He
forgot.
wrote it.
Oh, yeah, okay. I missed that.
I should have said it.
Oh, you're good.
Just scroll down.
Oop, and
I outcasted it, by the way.
that's fine. Just mark off the appropriate spell slot.
And each
Indeed,
can
already did.
spend a hit die if he wants, don't forget. In
Yeah.
case he wants more than that 1 HP.
And I'll look up to Mull and look back down if he has like if he looks like he's seeing me, I'm gonna look up to Mull and be like, it's not your time. Not yet.
Maul just kind of looks at you, looks down at his family member, looks back at you. And then turns his head over to the slumped over, still enlarged body of Maxime with the books swarming, circling around him. Arms, like one arm draped over the telescope, another one kind of was like reaching and kind of clutching for it, and like you see they ripped some of the side paneling off of it.
So I'll just kind of stand over them and be like, so Loran's gone. This dragon shit's gotta stop. You guys gonna play ball or are you gonna fight it?
Bragan will. We surrender. Though I don't think what started can be stopped. He gives like a shit-eating grin. Lays his head back down.
What's that supposed to mean?
The lady's alive, ask her. She gets this more than I do.
Just yelling over from where I'm at to her. What's he talking about?
Uh, well, the storm's not going anywhere.
Any way you guys can change that?
You killed the one that knew what was going on.
I guess it's time to ask Dead Man some questions.
Yeah, it's true. We can still talk to him.
Oh. Oh,
Actually, I'm curious. I want to see if I can insight check. Does she look surprised?
yeah, sure.
10.
In the moment, still
Okay.
surprised. Yeah, yeah. Wasn't expecting that.
Another day, another corpse.
I don't think the mask is recharged though.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if it has either.
I have it marked as reach. I don't remember.
Wait, we used
Could
it
be
on the thugs.
Yeah.
That was also
don't-
today, I'm pretty sure.
That was in the start of the day.
That
Yeah.
explains my spell slots.
Like, we got a late
Yeah.
start to the day, but it was still, like, in the morning.
You know,
Wait,
I
I have
mean-
2 ways of tracking.
I
One.
don't think your corpse mask is recharged.
Recharges it. No, it says at dawn, but
Dawn.
we didn't do anything before midnight, really, before dawn.
She doesn't know that.
Now I'm curious. I have it written as recharged. Did I forget to mark it, or did we? I don't know the last 24 hours.
The mask isn't dawn or dusk. Just check it. I know the fickle coin's dawn or dusk. It says
Yeah.
dawn.
Dawn only.
Yeah, I think the only things that were dusk is the coin, and then what used to be the Hearthstone was also dusk, I think.
Yeah, 'cause it was tagged.
Yeah.
Alright, let me try to remember.
I'm almost positive it's not recharged.
So we sleep in the mansion.
Oh.
We go. We get followed.
Well, no, we didn't sleep in there again. We used it as body storage and left it there.
After that battle, yeah. And then were
Yeah,
we
I
just,
think
is it so urgent?
the mansion is still up, so I don't think you've rested.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
The elemental mansion is still up. So,
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
the only time we actually slept in it was when we were at the springs, the hot springs,
the burnt water.
the burnt water. Yeah, when we put it up at the Gritmeyer's place, we never slept in it. We just used it as storage.
Hmm. Then after the assassins and using them as storage, that was kind of like afternoon, and it's
It
just
was
been the
like
same day since then.
midday. Yeah.
Midday. And is it daylight now when we enter the estate?
Being now, it's hard to tell because it's starting to storm again, but it's nighttime again.
Okay, so yeah, if we're no
Yeah, no
charges.
corpse mask unless it's got multiple charges, which I don't think it does. I think it's just one and done.
Nope.
Yep. Cool. Um,
Al is going to sweat profusely. Another
uh,
day, another corpse.
I need a nap. No,
No, seriously, another day, another corpse.
yeah.
Not today.
Ah,
Uh,
So
yes. Go ahead.
what? Just quit being mysterious. What's going on? What's in motion? What's with the storm? What does this freaking machine have to do with all of this?
No point in mixing words. Loran was bestowed powers by the dragon that I assume you were the ones responsible for killing.
Yeah.
He used that to gain sway and power here, and had a means to communicate with it while it slumbered. So he learned from it. He was he developed magic and other things because of that connection. It was almost as if it was bestowing upon him powers. He used that over the centuries to keep his hold here in the shelf and, well, get allies either through it, you know, through fear and such. So he bestowed some of his power onto us, who, as rewards for being loyal. So he's really the only one that knew exactly what was going on, but a, the storm was, as he said, a storm of his patron's vengeance. I wish I could say more. I don't. I, it's what we know. Once it's done with Carver, it will head to its next location.
Which is
Where a treasure greater than the mountain is missing.
just. Do you know the
The
freaking place? Like, stop with this. Just where?
my best bet would be Whitlaw.
And you don't know of any way to stop this.
Um,
Not without asking your now former boss.
it has something to do with those blades. I know that, and this telescope's what's inside of it. Um, but I don't. I'm not sure.
What is inside of it?
You'll see that the oversized telescope, with some of the paneling removed or ripped off from Laurent as he fell. There are well, inside of the paneling as it's peeled open, you'll see that there is symbols and what looks like language written on the inside. And then on the inside itself, while it does seem, I mean, you don't know, but I mean, Dan Davis, you've used a telescope on
Yeah,
or
obviously on a much
periscope or
smaller
whatever,
scale. Yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like it's got the mirrors and the lenses in there, what you can see. So it doesn't look like it's not functional. But there's a lot of extra in there. Um, uh,
Thinking back to when all the juice got sucked out of Loran, was it as he touched it or as he tried ripping open the side? Or did the side rip open just as he like fell down because he was
he,
ripping it?
yeah. So the sequence was that he went to go reach for the telescope, right? And then he himself went to kind of rip into it. So the paneling went loose. And then, it's a weird one, but go ahead and give me like an insight check, um, Karos.
Sure.
Good question. Like it.
Let's see. There I am. Insight.
Fairly decent for you, if I recall.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah,
decent.
21. So, being of the kind of sharp mind and kind of keenly aware of your enemies, trying to know your enemies as best as you can. For those of you who follow D&D,
That's
you
the name
get
of
that.
a feature.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looked like something went wrong. Like he went and it looked like he was going to try to maybe, in your best understanding, try to get more power, and then it stripped the power away from him instead. So reversed. Like
Reverse
you could kind of
Uno
imagine, yeah, like
Reverse
you kind of imagine,
psychology.
yeah, like you kind of imagine like he was kind of ripping in there to try to siphon some more energy or whatever this thing is doing, and then it just stripped it away from him.
We should probably check out that telescope, but maybe be careful not to touch it too much. I don't know if it only sucks out dragon energy or life energy or what the deal is, but if he was trying to get something out of there, I'd imagine that it's more than just for looking at the storm. It's got a purpose. Maybe this is like funneling stuff or funneling away. I don't know. Communication with it. I don't know.
Can one of you spell guys deactivate that thing?
Two things real quick.
Mhm.
One, can I tell if Maxime is breathing at all? He looks dead without touching him.
He's still. He's very still. And
Okay.
he is, you can see like uh the the contortion that is caused on his body from having his borrowed powers probably ripped away from him as well, while he is physically still in a changed shape. Uh he looks twisted and gnarled himself. Uh yeah, he's dead.
Okay. But he still grew. He still has some of that extra height from when he absorbed.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Some of the
what
power.
I'm calling borrowed powers from, the other two.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Um, Al's been staring at him for the past minute of conversation just to make sure. But I'm gonna throw out a detect magic just to see if the telescope is from any school or just a beacon of magic energy.
Yeah, it's definitely magical. The telescope itself is not magical. The inner stuff within it, the crystalline structures, the odd, additional, we'll just use the term artifice that is throughout this device, definitely give off, transmutative, conjurative, um, energies. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see if you can maybe figure something else out.
While he's doing that, Dragnar is gonna rifle through Maxime's
Whatever's
belongings
on.
and person, yeah, just to see if anything interesting, I guess, like anything unique looking.
Uh,
Sure. Go ahead and give me an
so
investigation.
Yeah.
I've used all my luckies and I've rolled a natural one. My total is
Sure.
4.
4. Okay, cool. You have no idea what you're looking at. You just
Huh?
there's a lot of
Evened out because
Mhm.
Ragnar rolled a natural 20 on his investigation
Woo!
for a total
Does
of
this even how
20.
20.
Does this even
Okay.
how a telescope works? What am I looking at?
Yeah.
Where are the mirrors? What's happening?
So to Al's disappointment, it's a contraption that you've like not seen, right? There's so much extra in there. And the fact that it is giving off like this magical buzz just has you thrown off. Um, the paneling itself, the runes, all that, it just doesn't seem to add up in your head, Al. Uh,
I'll only share that with the party that it doesn't something's not adding up.
Well,
This is
it's
weird.
magical. That's all I know.
Yeah, it's magical for sure. It's and he's just
yeah.
kind of turning his head.
Yeah, no shit, Al.
Um, oh yeah, he's no longer reckless. Dragnar rifling through Maxime. To his great disappointment, not much on him, other than the weapons that he had, some bits of jewelry and whatever
Yeah, no more of
clothing.
those
So
daggers or anything like that.
no.
Okay.
None of the Scalesworn blades. He was at his home. He didn't feel that he needed to carry much probably on him.
No,
Uh,
no little book that says magic telescope instruction manual on him.
yeah, exactly.
Get the emergency brake glass.
Are any of the books flying around titled magic telescope instruction manual?
I don't know.
Alright,
You'd have to
boys,
ask
line
Al.
up. Come on.
That's true.
There you go. So like a Disney film, flying books line up one by one, and you read the titles.
You can
I
hear
don't have
Al humming. Doom ba doom ba doom ba doo 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 doom.
I don't have any witty titles right now, other than I don't know, you know. But no, none of them
Stars,
seem to.
stars, stars.
Yes. Um, Loon and Loon. Why are they so similar yet so different? You don't know.
I'm keeping this one.
Yeah. Uh,
It weighs too much. I
no.
can't keep it.
Yeah. Poor Al.
That's true.
Oh, poor Al.
Anything bigger
No.
than a comic book is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, the going through his things, there's really nothing, you know. But he rolled a natural 20. It's a little bit of a bonus.
He finds a tramp stamp that he was sporting this whole time,
Yeah, right.
Aha!
and it says Aristotar in it.
Oh, there you go.
Ass wrist retire.
Oh,
No, I'm trying to think. Okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah, thinking hurts. Um. Okay, I will give Dragnar this, though I'm not going to necessarily know that he knows what it is. There is a very old scar. As he's kind of like pulling, you know, some of the clothing of, because he did a natural 20, so Dragnar's going full investigation, ripping clothes off, trying to see his body and everything. On the side, on this left-hand side, you know, kind of like where you would imagine like a kidney being, there's a long, very straight vertical scar along his body.
Was this guy modified too?
He had his organs robbed.
I meant like, you know, the dragon looked like it.
Yeah, it had some weird stuff.
Hey, Adam, how long post fight is it?
Few minutes,
Few
no
minutes.
more than 5 minutes.
Okay, so I'm still big. Or whatever that last spell was right now.
Tensor's transformation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still fighty. Yeah,
So just for the next 5 minutes
okay.
until that wears off,
Okay.
I'm just gonna just be like running around hitting things. And just being just super like adrenaline junkie / kind of just, you know, Look what I can do. Look how strong I am. I
Got
just
you. Okay.
run
Okay.
around it.
If it looks
And
like
then when that wears off, I have to do a check.
I understand. I understand.
if it looks well intentioned, I might just like play fight with you a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Anybody? Yeah, I'm really like I can do. I'm a fighter now.
I'm imagining flinging vases, so like, fuck your shit.
Yeah.
You guys have fun. In a very odd kind of break to the seriousness, there's Rock and Tensor's
Tensor's
Davis
trucks
kind of
formation.
sparring. Yeah, I was trying to think of a good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, Karosi might be onto something. Dragnar would kind of look over it, run his hand. Can you, whoever's running Dragnar, can you roll me a medicine check, please?
Yeah.
Go.
Worse. 8.
I was about to hit Davis. Yeah, you
Oh
definitely
shit! Yeah,
clocked
you
Davis.
definitely hit me. Ugh.
Woo!
Oh, was that to hit you? Sorry, that was my exhaustion check.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That
I
would
don't
be
got a +7 on a hit.
yeah. Okay, no, you're good. I thought you were just. I was just making an assumption that you were like smacking him.
If
Okay.
you want to,
No,
you can
that's
roll
good.
damage. I don't care.
No, that's his exhaustion check. You're good.
Yeah, that's my exhaustion check. I mean, I can roll it.
I mean, you'd also roll with advantage. So.
That's true. Okay.
You got a
Um,
shiny weapon.
8. You do as you see fit.
Plus
Sorry,
4,
I
right?
shouldn't have made an assumption. Sorry, there, Rock. That's my bad.
Yeah, so but now I have to try Davis.
Go for it. Just see if you get a crit. Nah. Okay. So now roll your damage.
Do all my damage.
Even if I hit you back, there's no way I would eat away at your 50 HP. Okay. Boom.
Yeah, temporary. Yeah. Okay, cool. There should be some D12s. There should be like 2
Ooh,
D12
nice
on
one,
top of
buddy.
that.
Ow.
No, there's 2 D12 missing.
Yeah, that was the
Oh wait,
advantage roll.
that was the advantage. Roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out damage. That's 1d8
That's
plus
2d12 plus your
Right.
strength, right?
Yeah, because I don't think this one makes you attack with intelligence. I'll wait for this to resolve.
So I have to roll.
Actually, if you're using your claws, then it would be your claw plus your 2d12.
No, it's my staff.
Yeah, so it can be
okay.
a D8 or a D6, depending if you're using 2 hands or 1 hand.
Ooh, hey.
Plus 2d12. Okay. Oof.
A decent swing. Right? It's good enough.
Aha! Not so. Look, strong. Yeah, fight. Yeah. Who
That's
needs
good.
spells?
That's good. That's good. That's nice.
Sorry, that was. I don't know mouse strike. Ah!
That's
I'll
fine.
throw you.
Yeah, keep going, bud.
I'll immediately throw you a heal.
Okay. Go ahead,
Okay.
mark
And
up the
since
spell
I'm
slot.
no idea how hurt you are, and I'm
Not
super
very hurt.
jacked
That's why it
up.
didn't matter.
Yeah, but I'm going to roll level 5 at you.
Oh shit. You'll
So
probably
you'll
full
be
heal
fine.
me.
I won't even roll it. And would you need me to roll it?
Yeah, I'm 38 down, but I imagine that your level 5 might do that.
This is 5 4 plus 1.
So I'm not gonna.
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry, he doesn't have your healing word. He's got the other one. That's right. Because it's, by the way, for those of you who care, it's Materia's tensor transformation, and it's
Oh,
Materia
wow.
healing
Nice. Almost.
cure wounds. So, chill. Like, yes, I know.
Oh, I
my
can't.
God,
I can't heal you yet. I'll heal you. Sorry,
After.
Travis.
Yeah,
I'll
once
heal
you,
you
yeah,
when I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
understood.
you're still not you saved your against
You saved
exhaustion.
against the exhaustion.
I will
Good.
go to try to heal you, and I'll be like, that didn't work.
It's
I'm
like,
gonna go hit more things, and I'll just run off.
yeah, you just smash some bookshelf. Well, not smash them, but you get Pebble will kind of fly around you, but won't land on you. Kind of trying to figure out what you're up to, Rock. But yeah, Dregnar. So on the medicine check for Dregnar, yeah, he's just running his hand along it. He said, it looks old, but I have no idea. What do you mean, augmented or changed, Karos?
Well, you
On
remember
that?
when we cut apart the dragon? They had weird stuff grafted to it. It wasn't just like something grew on it like an infection. It was put there on purpose.
Do we cut this guy open?
I don't think he's gonna complain.
He just, Al, you just see Dragnar like reach his hand out. Got a dagger.
Uh,
I'll give him a hatchet.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you got
Oh.
your throwing axes.
Yeah.
I'll put a hand on my dagger, but if the hatchet makes it first, I'm just gonna kind of stare.
I don't actually know that I have a dagger.
Any objections?
I'll give him my dagger. Just kind of
Thanks.
shrug.
Takes both. Yeah, he's got the dagger and the hatchet.
Just in case you need to get into bone.
Powerful tools.
Cool.
Get through
He
anything.
just kind of flips him over, looks at him. Well, you know, he's kind of like shoving him, so he kind of falls off on the floor. Drops down. Looks at him.
You guys,
I mean,
you three, expect us to find anything in there? You know anything about this? Like,
No. Actually, no.
uh-huh. Okay.
That is
Well, what's happening?
you have a weird way to flaunt a victory, but whatever.
This has nothing to do with that. We just want to know what the hell's going on and make sure that bad things stop happening.
Okay.
We would do the same to you if we thought that would help. I would expect that you would do the same to us, but, you know.
Real quick, he's tearing into Maxine.
Yeah, Dragnar's gonna just do some impromptu surgery on it.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not surgery; it's cadaver cutting at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Okay. I will throw out just be sure he's recognizable. As different as he is, we still need something for. I don't know. People are gonna be pissed about this.
Oh, I'm leaving his head intact. I'm going for
Just getting his
this
guts.
part.
The organ
Yeah.
bits. Okay. Okay. I trust
Yeah.
you. You know what you're doing.
I don't.
Don't believe in you. Believe in me. You got this.
Right. I mean, it's like I don't know, preparing a deer, right, or something. And you just see him like get the dagger with both hands, kind of lining it up,
Close enough, right?
fix it in, you know, where the scar is, and he starts to slowly cut it open.
I was watching closely, but not too closely.
Yeah. Okay, out
Yeah.
of the side of you, you're like,
Yeah.
Nice work.
It's like,
All
is
right.
he different? Whoa.
Okay, let me just look at Dragnar's sheet real quick. What is his medicine? Plus
plus
2.
2, yeah.
Oh, I'll roll it this time because it's actually me doing something.
Hey.
Hey, not bad. He'll say how to make this like slime mark. It kind of helps that he's so much bigger. Makes it less delicate.
Oh yeah, and you have like a starting point, like cut here, so.
Yeah. And you'll see like, you know, the body's still warm, so you know it does bleed, but it doesn't start like gushing or anything. He just kind of slides his hand and kind of starts to part the side the cut open, trying to like starts feeling around. I mean, I don't know why I'm digging around. I don't know what I'm looking for, but squish, squish, squish,
Kind
squish.
of hover over and look around with him.
Very well.
And he'll kind of just describe, you know, what we saw in the dragon. Just be like, well, you know, it was like this. It's kind of like something that was growing up on the side into the other pieces, the bone. So it was
Bone
kind
and
of like
flesh. Got it.
check the bone, check the tendons, see if anything looks like not regular meat.
Gotcha. And he'll kind of be digging around, take a little bit, and then he'll be like, huh. And he'll start to like pull on something. You guys see like, Karos, hold him kind of still, if you will. Like I'm gonna yank. So
Okay.
he kind of
Okay.
puts his
Yeah.
foot on the one side of the body and kind of reaches in with both hands. He like feels something.
Actually, while this is going on, I'll look at Lady Osha and be like, if you don't want to witness this, we can move you somewhere. You don't have to watch this. This is pretty gross.
I've seen worse. It's okay. I'm actually curious now myself. Dragnor kind of goes to pull. Yep, there's something. It's in there, and he's unable to
Really?
yank it out of.
Wow, Dragnar can't. Damn.
He rolled really bad.
That's true.
Oh, that was
Let me,
acrobatics.
Either
Athletics,
still,
so
plus
even
6.
less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here,
And
let
he's
me.
not raging.
Let me help.
So. Thanks.
He is
And
out of
he kind of,
ranges, for sure.
yeah, he'll kind of, you'll see like where his hand is. He kind of leaves it in there, and you just kind of put yours and your, like forearm deep into, well, not forearm deep. I would say half, like beyond the wrist, into the side of Maxime's body,
Sure.
and he'll say it feels like, I don't know, it feels weird. There's like this odd cluster or something that you're feeling. Go ahead and give me a strength or an athletics check to try to yoink it out.
All right.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I'm a little tired, so it.
Even a
Yeah.
medium roll is really good.
Yeah, you just kind of and you yank it out, and his Dragnar's like, "I got a loose for you." Yeah, you pulled it out, and you're holding a cluster, tissue or something. You don't know. You're looking at it. It looks burnt. It looks like a to use not a like a visual analogy, but like a sense analogy. It's like a battery that's exploded, or the battery that's been overcharged, or a battery that's been, a surge went through, and it didn't. It was like electronics that were surge protected, but it's organic.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Possibly. Go ahead.
If I look in where I pulled it from and try to kind of like look at this thing,
Mhm.
is there like scorch damage around it too? Like it was
Yes.
actually a energy or whatever.
Yeah. You can give me an Arcana check if you want to. In fact, no, Rock is fighting people. Al, if you're watching, you can also give an Arcana check.
Fighting people? I got imaginary friends I'm fighting now?
Oh, you're. Oh, that's true. Dave. I forgot. But you're.
No, but
You're still.
I am distracted.
Yeah.
Kind of say it's like it looks like some weird tech. I haven't really ever seen anything like this before, other than
No.
some
It's like
tinkerings.
organic tech. Yeah. That's the hard part to explain it. Like it doesn't look like it still looks like additional tissues, but it looks like it's just been like surged. Yeah, Al, same. Yeah, so both of you are just kind of like, but it's
how a
definitely
body
extra.
works.
Exactly.
Where are the
It's definitely
mirrors and the gears?
So Al still has dispel, or not dispel, detect magic going, right? Does it shine at all?
Ooh,
Oh well, I'm keeping the books animated just for fun, but yes.
real quick. Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
going by rules, I realize I had two double concentration.
I like
After
the
reading
books
all the,
being animated. Makes me happy.
if I could have both for like theatrics, that'd be great.
That's why. Just don't use the books for anything. They're
Yeah.
theatrical pieces.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're
Can I
just
attach
lightly
my book?
swaying and dancing. Thank you. It's a good game.
What was that,
Can I,
Rock?
can I try and hit the flying book?
Sure. Yeah,
Can the
that'll be your distraction. There we go.
can the books keep
You're like, books,
pulling
Delta
up like,
Strike,
please don't
bam!
hit me, please don't hit me.
Sure.
That'll keep me busy for the 5 minutes.
Just
Yeah.
kind of dangling like like a cat toy.
That's awesome.
Like,
Just out
what?
of reach.
Ooh.
Eh, eh.
That's fun. Mole will have kind of stepped over and joined. As it's gonna take a while before we got Eno back, but that looks odd. I don't like it. He's going to approach it slightly different. because he can't do Arcana, but he can do Religion. Which is a much harder check. I think that's his bonus. Yep.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Better than me.
This is the lost relic of the Changebringer.
Oh. I think this is the lost relic of the Changebringer.
Does it bring good or bad tidings?
It brings shitstorms, like outside, which we
Damn it.
still have to figure out, according to the lady and my relative and the Camry jackass over there.
I hate prophecies.
Any of you get any undue medical procedures?
No, Valor, no. In fact, I was not expecting something like that.
Did he ever offer any procedures?
No.
Did you see anybody else get anything like this? Like any of the grunts or even some of the higher ups, like the two creepy twins?
Possible. I'm not in all of the affairs of Loran. However, I want to make sure I'm not lying on what floor it is. On the 3rd floor, he did have I guess you would call a
Laboratory.
medical room, an experimentation lab. I don't know.
Did you guys have a surgeon or somebody who can do that kind of stuff?
We had very interesting individuals that followed the green scales. So yes. Yeah, Loran eh, implored. I don't know what the right word would be. It's
Employed.
not
Employed.
yeah, employed.
Probably also
Very-
employed every once in a while.
Yeah. He certainly employed some interesting individuals.
Can I insight check her again just to see if, for one, if she seems basically trying to get her vibe on if she's trying to figure out a way out of here or if she's really just learning all this shit and like is kind of questioning her former allegiance type thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That's better. 17, I think?
17.
Yeah, 17.
Mixed bag. She's definitely trying to figure out a way to get attention off of her and maybe try to get away.
Okay, I'll keep a closer eye on
That's
her then.
pretty obvious. But there is a genuine visual where she, like a tell where that she wasn't trying to hide it. She's surprised by what she's seeing.
Okay. That's good.
Uh, I suppose I'm not sure what you just removed from him, but it is definitely something foreign.
There was something like this, just on a bigger scale. In that dragon.
Aristotar, the Elohi.
Yeah, he means like bigger size, not like a scale. Although, was it a scale? Like one of the dragon scales? Was it?
I think it was mostly interior stuff. I mean, it looked kind of weird and sapped or whatever, but that's just kind of because it looked like it was drained of some of its juice. And I kind of think like, I wonder if,
Dragnar, you won't even hear him say anything. You'll just hear this, like you hear him kind of jump up, gets your hatchet, and just straight down on the sternum, just sick sound,
I guess he's going in for more.
and he's just kind of like reaching it, and he's gonna try to crack the sternum open. At +6, whatever. 15. Nope. Davis, Karos, just points. Please.
You're already up there,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
Can you open this guy up, please, like a pantry?
Odd metaphor,
Let's
but
see.
okay.
I was in the corner with a giraffe neck, just like, what's going on? Whoa. Whoa.
I'm hungry, okay?
That's what? No, we're not doing that.
33.
What the?
Wait, what?
No, it's 21.
Pew, pew, pew.
I see 21.
I see
Oh no,
21
it
as
is
well.
because it's his number. His number is 8. That's right.
Oh, that
There
is
you go.
right.
Oh,
Your phantom
still
shit.
haven't
or
slept.
yeah.
Shit.
Oh no.
That's
Oh,
right. The
God.
8 is the nat 20 now.
Like
It
a phone
finally
book.
happened.
It finally happened.
Yeah, you just gotta. And then like just for the sake of a visual, you'll just see like where there's this odd like transposed visual of just like instead of like bubbles starting to form up around Karos where he's ripping, it's just like little cubes like wafting off like ethereal cubes, and it just rips them open like there's a sick cracking sound. And
I'll just kind of say to Dragnar as he's gripping, he's like, see, the key here is you can't just yank 'cause they're so elastic, but you gotta push down first so you snap them and then pull out.
oh, it's like dislocating a joint. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's what you push down and rip open, and he is horror movie medical, psycho, just chest open, oversized shit. And then after you kind of look at him, and then you both kind of look down, you're like, I'm not a doctor, and I even know that ain't right. And he's got just like you see like bunch of like extra tissue and kind of
Extra bits.
though charred and surged, as similar to the thing that he found in his side.
So the thing that has got me wondering is, I mean, we gotta figure that the dragon's soul or something, its essence or its consciousness, something is part of that storm. Looking at
Did you say that out loud? You say that out loud?
yeah.
Yeah, lady will say that is correct.
Now the odd thing between both of them is during their us beating the shit out of them, both of them kind of. And does he look on the ground? I know we've like brutalized his corpse, but
Yes.
you know how you explained not that it is whether there is or is not gas coming out of him, but did it look like he was still big, but did it look like he withered at all?
He was
Like
gnarled and
receded?
twisted. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to the extremity that Aristotar did, because I will fill you in. Part of the reason Aristotar was so emaciated after that, and it was someone had figured it out, or I did a check and I kind of told you this. It was the tax or the toll of transforming into that gaseous form. Not all of her was able to recollect before she was killed. So that's why she was so emaciated. But yeah, he looks gnarled, twisted, and sort of emaciated.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with your natural 20 just because why not? Kind of going with how you're like still observing the body and kind of looking at it. I'll give you the natural 20 will kind of bleed over into just Karosing, and you'll see that where the odd bits are, like the thirds, it's almost as if it grew from a spot, and that kind of just giving you it. So the thing that was ripped out originally seemed to be like maybe the initial, and then the other stuff you can kind of like see where some of the tissue kind of like sprouted and grew over time and kind of became. So like it's one point of insertion, but then it kind of spread through his body.
Okay. This thing's almost like a modified parasite spreading out from a single spot. Whatever we pulled out, I think was the start of gesture to the chest cavity, all of that. Little bits and bobs and all that. Like, is it around his heart? Does it look like they're just growths around things, or is it like does it look like it was trying to actually create like
Oh,
new organs or something like that?
there might be like an additional organ or two. With the way that Dragnor cut it up, you'll see that he's got like an additional gland, probably something that allowed him to do like the breath weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he wouldn't necessarily have that. But it definitely was like fortifying, altering, changing what already existed. Kind of like with a Rissertar. Like Rissertar had a lot of extra, but all that extra was still attached and part of something. This is very much the similar kind of thing.
Then just kind of observing, not that I'm a medical expert, but just having, cut apart animals and kind of knowing how things go together. Does it give any indication that any of these, completely taking out of mind any sort of magical benefit it could have given and just thinking purely from a physical perspective, does any of it look like it would be a benefit, right? Like,
Yes.
oh, there's more tendons, this could be a stronger connection or faster reflexes or whatever.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check on that one.
Sure.
That one's gonna be a little bit more of a stretch, but yeah.
From like a physical
I get you.
perspective.
Mhm.
Medical.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, not bad. Yeah, it looks like it definitely improved his. I'll put it this way: it doesn't
wasn't
look like it's
willy-nilly.
cancer. Yeah, it doesn't look like it
Yeah.
was cancer. It doesn't look like it was just growing randomly. It looks like it was reinforcing bone, or adding more arteries and blood flow to the heart and the muscles and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, beneficial from what you can tell.
Yeah.
You
And
might
I'll
have had
kind
a price to pay for it, but beneficial from what you can tell.
Yeah. So I'll just kind of say, like, who knows what kind of curse or magical effects this could have had, but I mean, just looking at how everything's hooked up, this wasn't. Who knows if it's directed or not, but whatever it is seemed to not really be hurting him. At least, give sort of try to elaborate so people aren't like, what are you talking about? Because
Yeah.
I don't know exactly the best way to say it, but just let's look like those are some really sleek tendons. They look kind of gnarly, but
the lady Valerie will come and say, well, Maxime was never one to be ill, and she's kind of curiously leaning over and kind of looking.
this guy was sick.
Unexpected.
Yeah, it's almost like this guy was an asshole who's just kind of using people for what he needed, right?
Something like that.
Maybe you should consider who you're following better next time. But,
She looks at you and just kind of.
Yeah, that wasn't meant to elicit a response so much as just to kind of make her feel bad. Hey, Sej.
Yeah.
Would it be possible to talk to Scoot and give him an update? I think, is that something you can do? I mean, I know we've had a bit of a day.
Oh,
Do you have any
should
capability?
be able to. Hold on.
Like I don't think we could say, hey, come on up, because I'm guessing it's still gonna be difficult to get in here.
Right. Yeah, it's probably not a possibility, but we could definitely check in and
Yeah.
tell him what's going on. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just whatever you think is good, but he should probably know.
Mark off that spell slot and let me know what you send.
Yep. Mark it off right now.
Menagerie
This is a
XOXO.
25
Mhm,
word
always.
one. Yeah.
Well, sorry, 23.
Right,
because
because
you did
Menagerie
Menagerie
XOXO has got to be
Yeah.
the footer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Take up 8% of the spell with just that.
Hey,
Oh yeah, it
Scoots,
is.
it's me, Sej. Maxim Loran is dead. The cloud still there. Weird gem thing came out of him. Menagerie XOXO.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. You'll hear Scoot's voice in your head. Storm is definitely brewing. You killed Loran? Uh, this is unexpected.
Yes, it is.
This is murder?
Maybe.
Sincerely, Scoot.
You only
Wow,
tapped
no
that.
XOXO?
There's no
Jeez.
The
Maybe he
nerve.
doesn't know what love is.
He wants us to show him.
I think he's not. I think he's a little surprised that Loran is dead. Should I send him another one?
I think he needs a minute or two.
Ugh,
Or
If
yeah.
you
or-
do,
few
maybe
hundred.
it could be a good thing to include Loran, head of Dragon Cult.
And let him know about these three, maybe? Like,
Tried to assassinate us. We snuck in and did a better job.
and then, like, other families captive or something, you know?
Yeah. Three other
Oh,
families were involved. I don't know. Well, we can think on it. You probably don't have to send him a message right now. There's
that's
probably a lot
good.
to
I'm
chew
pretty
on.
spent. We'll explain in more detail, when the time comes. Just,
Yeah, we
fuck
do
it,
need to start thinking
as they
about
say.
how we're gonna get out of here.
Do these windows open?
We're only on the 4th floor. I guess we have ropes.
Tregnar scoffs, like, "Pff, so?
Yeah, I get
True.
it. You're different. You're better. Whatever.
Yeah, Dragnar will kind of look at the open chest cavity. No need for that stuff to be better than you. So, yeah.
It smells ghastly. I wish to
It
find an
does. Actually, now that you mention it, Sej, I was waiting for someone. It smells like he was roasted.
Boom, roasted.
Said you're drooling a little bit.
Like, it doesn't smell good, but it smells like, like those extra bits. Like, again, I don't know the best way to explain it, but it was like a surge went through his body.
I'm not sure about what you typically eat, Karos, but I don't really prefer humanoids.
For what it's worth, does it smell closer to burnt human or burnt reptile?
I don't know
Makes
if
the
you would
difference.
know. Well, actually, would you know?
Crocodile tastes great.
Hmm.
Lizard
Oh,
on a
wait, I'm
stick
thinking
I've had before.
Alligator.
Does it smell delectable or does it smell like
It does not smell
absolute
delectable.
death?
Do you know
Okay.
for sure that humans don't smell delectable?
They actually
Hmm.
do. There's a reason why we're called
Ooh.
long pork.
Long pigs.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say when Sez said he doesn't prefer. What were
Well, that's
your
true.
exact words? He didn't prefer.
I don't
The
prefer
taste of-
humanoids.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, what do they taste
Oh.
like?
I was gonna slow turn.
I don't
Look.
know why. I just see like the most shit-eating grin on Sedge's face. I'm sorry.
Where I come from is a trade capital. We get all sorts. Gee, it's not like I was told, okay?
Delicacy. I get it, but I don't know. I get it, but I don't get it. It's never mind. We'll get back to it. What do we do with this body? How do we
You
get out
know
of here?
when you're young and somebody feeds you something and they don't tell you what it is? All right.
Oh no. They give you a fake name for it? Oh no.
I'm gonna walk over to the window and try to open it in frustration. My face is red, even though I'm coated in blood. I'm like embarrassed.
This is why we play D&D.
My wife's
Yeah.
cousin was brought up thinking that green beans were green French fries.
Wow.
Hey, that's a way
Powerful.
to get them to eat their vegetables.
If it works, it works.
Yeah. So yeah, the smell is like something that's been left like you had like a drip in the oven and it fell to the bottom and it's just been repeatedly not
Oh,
cleaned.
no.
So
Oh,
it smells
no,
like
that ain't good.
burnt. Yeah, that's what it's like. That's that smell that's coming off of the augmented bits. So he got like super surged. Like he got fried. I'm sorry, Al. Maybe the books didn't actually kill him all the way. The books got him really weak.
It was
I was
totally the books. What are you talking about? I saw it happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Since Maxine was first popped open, Alice had a very scrunched face, and it's not fully relaxed yet, but it's still it's getting there. But the smell
Do you
is like
still have detect magic on?
yes, if I
Uh,
may.
I'd say, Sakaros, kind of as we're ripping open Loran,
Mm-hmm.
he would have been like, "Can you like, what do you get from that telescope? I assume that it's magic, but like, is the whole thing magic, or is it just like?" And I'll point to like the place that kind of got ripped open. Is it just the interior, or maybe a single thing? I don't know. Take a
I was
gander.
It's
I was
based on what I
focusing
told
on I was focusing on the bit that got torn open. A lot of weird parts. Definitely exudes magic. I'm picking up a little bit of transmutative, a little bit of conjurative, but the pieces, the gears, and the magic, I can't figure out how they work together to do anything different from a telescope. It's kind of like I can't even find. Can correct me if I'm wrong, Adam? I can't even find like mirrors in this thing or anything. This is different than
No,
what
no,
I'd
no.
expect a telescope to work
It,
with.
it as you kind of like look through it, just to kind of see if you see through it, it looks like it works like a telescope. It just stuff was added inside of it.
Oh, okay. So looking through the okay.
Yeah,
If you
so like
like
if you
me,
were to put like in the eye, the eye optical, you would look through it.
okay.
It's like, oh, I can see. Oh, that storm is a brewing.
Perfect. Okay. If you'll like me to look through the lens without getting cursed, I'll
Yeah.
definitely do that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put that on the table just in case.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's
Um,
just
But roll a Constitution save.
As he does that, when he lets us know what he sees, I'll kind of go towards where it's pointing out of, just to see if it actually lines up directly.
with a
Like
little bit of
obviously it's
sky.
zoomed in, but like it's not like magically just showing him wherever the storm is, no matter what direction is pointed, right?
Hal,
oh,
what
the
do you
big
see with
scope.
your special eyes?
I mean, like the scope is pointing to the center of the storm. Is that what you're looking for? Sorry, I'm trying to understand.
Right, like so I assume he gives us a description of what he sees in there,
Yeah.
or I'd ask, and
Yeah.
then I'd like go to, because the scope points to the exterior,
Yes.
the outside. So I'd
Yeah.
kind of like climb up to look outside and see, like, is it actually pointed right at the storm, or is this like, this is the magical scope that'll show me the storm no matter where the storm is?
Understood. No, it does not point. It just happens to be pointing outside the window in that direction.
Okay.
But as you kind of look, are you looking through it, or are you just looking around it? Like that's what I'm trying to understand. Are you looking through
I'm
lenses, or
as he is looking through the telescope and
understood?
says he sees the storm, I just
Yeah.
wanted to check to make sure it's actually pointing at the storm.
Gotcha. It happens to be pointing in the direction, not necessarily like it's into the storm. I'll give you that.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
tell Karos that it's moving around in the night sky over 30 seconds. It's definitely shifted.
That's fair. Al, Go ahead and give me a perception check with advantage.
Ooh.
Using a telescope. Nice.
Ooh, okay, this should be good. 25 total.
Um, to shift the focus slightly from the now butchered body, there's my cat getting up. Hi, DM Jones.
Powerful.
Yes. He's like, I like butchered things. They are good. Okay, no touch.
Tell me more.
um, you're seeing through the telescope like green streaks of energy coming into the sky and getting fed into the storm. Like crackles or reverse lightning.
Ooh.
So from like a ton of different locations.
No.
When I finally pick up on that, I'll definitely check that. This is some. There's like like lightning going back into this. That that wasn't going the right direction. That's
Subtle, but you see it.
there's green energy kind of going back up into the sky. It's like the opposite of lightning. And I'm gonna watch way more intently after I notice that.
Um,
The hell?
the view that you're seeing it from, it almost looks like where you're looking at the storm. It almost looks like it's coming from behind you in a way. Like it's like the streaks are coming like into view from like a perspective that would be behind you coming into the view of the scope.
Does it look
Maybe
like
we-
it's coming from the northwest corner of this house?
You can't see me, but I'll tap Jones's nose. Boop, boop, boop.
Maybe it's time we
Go.
get back and take a look at that ritual circle.
Yeah.
See if there's not something we can't fuck up about it.
We gotta do something. Yeah. What do we?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do we do with these three assholes?
Yeah. Is Ichi even conscious? Hey, when I can't walk.
I think they're all technically conscious, but
I'm here.
pretty weakened.
I just feel like I don't know. He's just got his eyes closed. You feel they don't look good. Like they're conscious, they're fine, but they don't look
Well, we have to tie you up, so we're gonna do that.
This for
Like-
everyone's safety.
good. Like we could resist.
You two miss.
Yeah. Very well.
I actually don't have enough room
Well,
to do
how
this.
long-
So I'm sure
Well, how
somebody
long
does.
will he be in his stone state?
Oh, good point. Sorry. Yeah, it's been more than 10 minutes at this point. So yeah, you'll see that the elementals will eventually just kind of revert down to like their little orb forms, and then
I guess that works too. I was gonna say, well, if it's gonna be a while, just have the elemental
Oh, yeah,
stand
just
guard.
stand guard.
And we'll...
no, unfortunately, yeah, no. Without giving you details, he can have one each of them eat into a pool of time that he has. So that's the way that it's technically 4 magic items that work together into like work into one pool of energy. And if he uses all 4 of them, he goes. Well, if he uses more than one of them, he has to sacrifice something. If he uses all 4 of them, he has to sacrifice himself, essentially being able to use himself. So, but yeah, so the time, yeah, they would have eaten into the time easily. So they revert back, and Mole will. Oh, how am I supposed to do this again? All right, grab them. He walks over to the crystalline form. He just kind of places them around, and then once they're all around, you'll see that the orbs will start to kind of on their own spiral upwards, and they kind of absorb the crystalline, and he becomes uncrystallized. And he reaches out his hand, and all 4 of them land in his hand. How did it go?
Better than it could have.
way in the back. Excellent.
Wait, so are you
Yeah.
just like not aware of what's happening that whole time? I kind of
Yeah.
thought maybe you would have just like seen what they saw or something.
Oh, that would be potent.
Yeah, like
No,
it wasn't
I
already, but okay.
no. Have to uh give up something to be able to have all four of them active.
Nice, impressive. Yeah, no. The big cheese is he's down. He turned into kind of a dragony-like thing by taking out two of his friends, and then these guys kind of did a little bit of taxidermying and found some interesting stuff inside. But if you look up, if you're looking through the telescope, we're seeing stuff getting sucked into the storm. It looks like, but we think it might have to do with that ritual that we saw earlier. So we were about to tie these folks up and go check that out.
So you're telling me that awful smell is the two crispy bodies over there, and
I think it's mostly this guy.
oh,
Big wave of it after they cut him open.
I'll
Why did
show
you
him the
open
thing we yanked out of him. Be like,
This is why.
that is odd. Um, what
I'll
is?
explain this we found it in the dragon when we killed it. It looks
Gotcha.
like it was inserted in the leg and basically grew up into the rest of him.
And you're saying that when he touched the telescope, it cooked him?
I think that was the final straw. He was already in a bad way.
Yeah, he's getting beat up by a bunch of books, which, yeah, those books.
Let me go find his bonuses. What is his bonus to Arcana? It's 18.
Yeah, the book's dancing is a little more active when Davis mentions them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's us. He talked about us.
We're the murderers, yay!
Yeah, we did it.
Dad's proud.
It's
Interesting.
me.
Well, the energy going to the storm is concerning. This, all this extra in this device, this telescope.
Does it make sense to you?
Not quite. It looks to be. I need some time to figure this out, but
It's all yours. We can go do that.
sure. It almost looks. How do I put this? It almost looks like it's completing a. Maybe completing a cycle loop or something. I don't completely understand yet. Give me some time. As far as what you pulled out of this body, it looks something not of this world. But I guess
Alright.
it's hard to tell because it looks like it's also crisped.
Yeah. It's like it ruptured. Well, we're gonna take a look and see, or I'll like explain that when he looked through the scope that it looks like it's still siphoning something into the storm. So let us know if we need to bash this thing. Otherwise, I think we're gonna try to mess up that ritual and see if we can stop whatever's going on from going on anymore.
Yeah, you want one of these three as just a friend of yours to chat with in case you have any questions? Otherwise, we'll just take them with us.
Sure. Mole and I will stay here. You can leave them with us. It's
Oh, all of them? Okay.
If you wish, it's your call.
I think that's
Um,
I
fine.
mean, I think that'd be easier for now.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right.
come back and figure out what next steps are.
Mole would have moved the crispy bodies off to the side. It's like, ugh. Very well.
In the meantime, I will have at least bound them, like not gag them, and I guess leave their legs free so that they can at least move around a little bit. I don't know.
Understood. Cool.
I'm gonna hand the Horn of Silent Alarm to Eno and let him know how that works. It's magic. You just think of me. It doesn't cost any of your magic
Understood.
energies for the day. Piece of cake.
Yes, I've heard of these. These are very handy. Perfect.
Fantastic tool. One of my favorites. Be gentle with it.
Yes.
Really funny
Oh,
when the person doesn't know what it is.
hmm On
well,
that note, I'll be the martyr. You can think of me when you blow the horn. If
oh,
anything happens.
very well. I will give it a very light toot.
You
Don't
can do it
worry.
a
It will
couple of
not.
times.
Dude.
Exactly.
Even the lightest toot is wow.
Startling. Very well. Understood.
Alright.
Uh,
But if it's an
okay.
emergency, do what you gotta do.
Sounds well put. Very well. So you guys head back to the northeast.
Yeah.
All right. Just try to grab you guys. Grouping.
Onwards. Oh, did Davis have enough rope?
No, I definitely did not because I've used all of mine, but I'm sure somebody did.
I will lighten my load by giving you my rope.
Ah, sure.
Cool.
I need the space.
Yeah, I'll just add it to my inventory and then note that I've probably used like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet of
It
it.
is it is 5 pounds of silk rope.
Okay.
I will remove from mine. Thank you.
Okay.
I carry money now.
Yay. Okay. So I kind of moved you guys back to here. Hopefully the caught up on. Yeah, but did. Okay, cool. All right. The door should be open. Yes, it is. Okay. So you guys return to the dais, the the dais, which is kind of is somewhere in the middle of that circle. Yeah, the energies continue to crackle and churn and burn. Um, Bodies have not moved. I mean, they're dead. You see that the 4 blades are still within the dais, and they are siphoning energies into that little domes around the circle, lighting it, and you see like the different, uh, we'll just call them runic symbols, the mathematical equations and stuff floating and
Ooh.
sparking out. Um, what are you guys looking for? What are you guys doing?
We
I'm
wanna stop it.
I'm gonna wave in Sedge and Rock and let them know. We're trying to. Last time we tried to move the daggers, fucking Azil got super zapped. I felt bad about that, and then I tried getting Hans with the mage hand. That dissipated. I don't have anything to like make other people's magic go away unless it's like seductive. I don't know, but
Hmm.
I don't know how this stuff works. Do y'all have anything to tone down other people's magic? We just need the barrier to drop or something so we can.
Hey, DM, what's the dais made out of? Is it like
Um,
stone? Is it wood? Or is it what is it?
yeah, yeah, like it's,
You see where I'm going with it, so.
yeah, no, I see where and that's why I'm trying to think. Like in my head, it was like an ornate metal kind of
Okay.
dais. I don't even have considered what metal it was made out of, but it looks metal.
Well, smashing metal's a little harder, so
Hmm.
I'll think about it.
I
Uh,
don't really have anything that could dispel. So I'm not sure I can really do anything other than try to destroy it or something. I'm not sure.
If we're in the room with it, Al's gonna pull out his whip and he's just gonna be like pumping himself up for the conversation throughout the conversation.
Oh, Maybe I do. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
It's
You have
this thing's metal, right?
looks it.
I'll fish around in my bags,
What are you looking for?
and I'm gonna take out a scroll,
Uh-huh.
and I'll show Rock and Al the scroll.
Okay.
See this scroll? It's heat metal.
Hmm. Do you
Think
think we
it'll
should,
work?
so we destroy it or we like let it melt and slide? I guess it depends on how strong it is.
I
I'm
don't know.
I'm not too familiar with the spell, but metal's metal. I like the idea.
I have one of those already.
Oh,
Um,
Whoa.
use it if you want. I haven't learned it myself, but could be
What?
useful in the right situations.
I mean, if it works, right? I guess we could give it a try.
Yeah,
Worth a shot. Maybe
Nothing
even if
else.
it doesn't melt it, maybe it'll.
Yeah, maybe it'll loosen up the things, or we can grab them or get them out.
All right. Swift addendum, even though it kind of doesn't matter, but it was a patch, so I ripped off a patch and just out pooped a scroll in my hand.
Those
Okay,
pants are
so
amazing.
it just translated to a scroll. Then you still have the scroll.
I still have the scroll. I haven't used it yet, but once I use it, it'll be
Okay.
gone.
Every time you're
Rock
gonna
has another one.
every time you take a patch off, Al's gonna point to be like, "There's another lurk."
Well, let's give it
Magic.
a go. I haven't used the scroll in some time.
All right.
I'm gonna
And I'll
position
use
myself
it.
to try and get ready to pry one of those daggers out when I see if I see the thing start glowing.
Davis, last time I only went for the daggers. We can try the base as well this time. We have time, but we gotta figure this out. And he still got the whip in his hand, kind of not quite doing stretches, but
And strike and strike.
he's prepping to get zapped.
I've got a crowbar.
So I hear
I know how to use it.
crowbar, I hear heat metal, I hear. All right,
Fuck,
you guys.
fuck it. Thank you. I got the crowbar in my left hand just because of that. I'll figure out something out.
All right.
Because
So
what's his face just tried to grab it, right?
Hans.
He tried
yeah, Azil tried to touch it and got zapped, and then Hans tried to grab it
mage
and got
hand.
dispelled. Yeah,
Or mage
main hand
hand
got
it, right.
dissipated.
So,
Mage hand.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, let's do the heat metal and whatever first. I can try
Okay.
like knocking it off with a flail second. And...
Yeah, that's more or less what I was gonna do too. If it starts glowing, I was gonna try and pop it out with the glaive and such.
I'm
Alright,
hoping a little bit of distance helps us.
so what you guys are seeing as you're getting kind of prepared again, the circle is a circling, basically. It is doing the magic circle of ritual power stuff. Uh, the energies are traveling through and moving about. The metal of the dais is indeed kind of swirled and encompassed with some of the same energies as they uh, yeah, as you look into it, I guess, look upon it. So, who's casting what? Who's prying what? Who's what? Just so I can kind of try to set
I'm
the play.
using scroll of heat metal.
Second level spell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, shit, what was it? I deleted it.
It is the second
It
level.
was second level.
One
Yeah.
second. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and because we're using slightly different rules, spell casting. Yeah, if I remember right. Shoot. Give me a second. It's been a hot minute since I've had to look at a scroll in D&D. Oh. I just want to see spell scroll. Spell scroll. And that's the the DC is equal to 10 plus the spell's level. The spellcaster must make an ability check. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not making you necessarily do an Arcana check. It's an ability check. So go ahead and give me a spellcasting ability check. So it would be your wisdom plus your proficiency. And as you start to read the enchantments and the incantations off the scroll, it shouldn't be too difficult, but you need to beat a 12 or higher. Let me know what you get, Fish.
Literally 13.
Nice.
Okay,
That was
nice.
close.
Yeah, so as you're kind of have the scroll open and you're looking through it, and you're trying to figure out what you're looking at, and trying to understand what you're reading, and then it kind of clicks, and you start to enchant the Ignis, the Feratu, and all that to get it ablaze. And as you're starting to speak it, you feel like you've messed up because at one point the center of the scroll just like it starts to ignite and burn away, and there's that moment of oh, I messed up, and then you see that what you're staring through the scroll, your eyes were intent on the dais, and the dais begins to kind of, you see it start to kind of like that heat mirage around it, and then you see like the metal begin to kind of go from like a metallic metal like golden color to like almost orange and then red, and it's being heated. It's heating. It's getting hot.
Alright, I'm gonna try and pop out a dagger with the glaive. Using my disarming attack if that matters, since I still have that.
Might help.
I mean, yeah, it's just like for flavor.
Stop the pedestal.
This all the pedestal. So you're just trying to like pop it loose with the
Yeah,
blade?
yeah. Just try and get it, disengage it from the
Yeah.
slot that it's in or whatever.
Sorry, I'm just thinking.
That's fine.
Heat metal. Sej, before he does that, go ahead and give me a perception check. Please.
Sure. Wow.
It's a trap. Don't do it.
No.
I refuse.
13 again.
13 again. Okay.
Number
Nothing
13.
catches your eyes. So Davis, as you kind of go to try to pry the dagger, you can give me a strength check.
Okay.
If you are using your disarming, I will allow you to roll that the
Roll the
die
superiority
to
Nice.
yeah to boost it.
Which is a D6 for me, I think. Yeah, it's a D6. Straight strength or athletics?
Maybe athletics.
Ooh, well, that ain't great. So plus the D6, still bad. 14 total.
14. Yeah. So Davis, as you kind of go, you don't even get to the point where you can start to like kind of leverage and try to pry. You kind of go and you set your glaive near where the top of the dais is, where the daggers are, and it just like kind of repels, not like blasting the glaive out of your hand, but you try to go.
It's weird.
You can give me a perception check if you want to,
Sure.
because you've interacted with this.
Yeah. 14.
14. Same thing. You don't pick up on it.
I'll make a follow-up attempt if I can.
Sure.
Since I saw 2 deflections at going toward the daggers last time, I want to try to whip at the base of the pedestal.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Just attack roll.
Are you whipping to attack or whipping to grapple?
To grapple.
What does the lash say? I don't actually remember if it had anything special. I know that if you hit them, you can auto grapple, but this is an object, so there's object rules.
Target can make a 15 strength saving throw.
If the creature,
Yeah, that's a creature though.
I
Right?
can't. Yeah, there should be something about objects. I can't see it because Jones is blocking my screen. So
Chaos DM.
Yeah,
Probably didn't write it down. Let me go double check.
it should be on the item somewhere. It can be used to grapple
moment.
objects. Any grapple cause. It can be used to only. It can also be used to grapple objects. Any grapple caused by the lash
Yeah.
immediately ends if the wielder drops the whip. The whip can have one creature or object grappled at a time. While the whip or the creature grappled, they cannot be used to attack. Okay, go, got it. Okay, so it's just the grapple. So you can
I don't
grapple
see
it.
any. I don't see any
Yeah, yeah.
unique rules.
Yep. So go ahead and just make an attack roll against a standing still dice.
Believe me,
He's
Look
out
at
of
that
I'm gonna
luckies,
be
folks.
really
He's out of
embarrassed if you
luckies.
miss this.
it's
Yeah.
a nat 20.
Hey,
Say-
Doesn't.
Maybe-
Okay, it just needed to be. It's a standing object. It just needed
Okay.
to be. No, now.
It's literally
So,
glowing as well.
Yeah.
What I needed.
Yeah. So you do the whip lashes around it, and there's that smell of like the burning leather as it the hot whip. It is magical, so you know it's not going to permanently damage it. Interacting with a scorching, screaming hot metal of the dice, and you have it now lashed. What are you gonna do?
I'll come over
I-
to try to give him a hand to
Mhm.
pull, if that's what.
Sure.
That's what you were
I
thinking.
gave him one pull and then I yell help.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Whoa.
Al,
He
go
pulls
ahead.
and somehow gets closer to the pedestal.
Yeah. He,
It's
oh,
eating my
give me one
whip.
second. Give me one second.
Oh boy. I don't mind taking damage. The whip taking damage? That sounds expensive.
No.
It's a
The whip-
magic item.
Sorry, it's just Anita was calling. So you
Mm-hmm.
do, and you kind of give a pull and yank, and Al, you're not, no, it's not going anywhere. So Carver, you kind of reach over and, both of, no, okay. Al has to be doing the athletics check, so I will say go ahead and do it with advantage.
Shit.
Um,
Is it
And-
considered an opposed
It
ability?
has to be
check?
athletics? It can't be. Yeah, okay.
strength
Pull an
athletics.
object.
Yes.
DM is this considered an
Yes,
opposed?
it
I
is
will
not
bravura
opposed.
him.
It is no. Is it opposed? It's not
That's
opposed.
okay. That's why I'm
Oh,
asking. If I can.
I'm trying to think. It's not actively opposing him.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was gonna say. You're just setting
Yeah.
a DC probably, so that.
Yeah.
Just physics are opposing him.
Yeah. You get some bonus from Carlos helping other than the advantage. Don't worry, but it's not like I'm not giving you the full 13.
Physics are my worst enemy.
Well, not anymore. You've lightened your load a little.
Ooh. With advantage, I've got an 8.
Jesus
8.
Christ.
All right. Yeah. All right. Al, it ain't going anywhere. Even with the heat metal, I mean, even with Carlos's bonus helping, you can give the whip to somebody if you want.
Why are you so slippery?
I'm sweating,
I-
okay?
Whatever was doing it.
It's hot in here.
I just
It
feel
is.
like I can't get a grip on you to really help.
Just yeah, take the whip and here's a towel whatever. Try it off.
Okay.
You want to give it a try?
I mean, sure.
The moment Al, you let go of the whip and you hand it to Carlos, I have to be that dick.
I'm
that's
keeping
you.
one hand on it until he grabs it.
The moment you let go of the whip, it retracts back.
From the pedestal, or the pedestal takes it from me?
No, yeah, the whip.
Because it only has a 5
The grapple causes any grapple caused by the lash immediately ends should the wielder drop the whip. You let go of
Okay.
the whip when you hand
So
it.
so it detached from the pedestal. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the pedestal ate the whip, and I was like, no.
No. Carlos, you have a short whip in your hand again. There you go.
Okay.
Damn
Like
it.
how short?
It's got a mechanically it doesn't because okay, so
Is
mechanically
it like a
speaking,
10-foot long whip?
it's shorter than
I'm
when
just trying
Al
to-
is holding it. Yes. So
Right. I'm just trying to think of what a normal whip's length
it's got
would
5 foot
be.
reach. It's got 5 foot reach. So it's got additional reach, right? So it's got the reach property. So it can reach out to 10 feet.
Okay.
But Al uses it, it's magically longer.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking from a mechanical perspective. I was like, I know this is magic. Why do I gotta tune it? I'll just, loop it, grab it on either end, and start pulling.
Yeah, you could most certainly do that. Yeah.
I'll just use its magic property rather than relying on its grapple
Actual grapple
aspect.
property.
Yeah.
Cool. So it
I'm
doesn't
gonna
get
try that.
destroyed. Cool. So yes, it's hot. It's starting to get pretty damn hot from the heat
Whew.
metal just going nuts. Go ahead, give me a strength athletics check as you kind of like loop the whip.
So does it look
through.
like they're trying to pull it off of the base or pull the base off?
I'm just trying to like either get the base to bend or,
So if he
or
can,
do
while
something.
he's doing that, as soon as I see the lash like grab and he starts to pull, I want to run up and just take the butt of my glaive and like try and hit underneath it to like weaken underneath it.
Okay, that
Just like
I
go
like
and go
that.
fuck, you know.
Okay, it'll be two separates. So
Sure.
Karos athletics check, Davis attack roll.
I wanna
Okay.
I wanna hop on that as well. After I hand off the whip, I'm gonna get in a position to pull him like he was pulling me. And when I see like this isn't gonna help at all, I'm gonna back off and give him inspiration instead. If anybody can do this, it's your ass.
That's to
Davis or
Karos, or yeah.
Yes, inspiration to Karos.
All right,
Okay.
Karos, you have a D10 if you want to use it.
Nice. Let's see.
Is that your last inspiration now?
I have one more after that,
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
but I'm running
I-
dry.
The one end of this is like really small, so it's hard to get a grip
good.
on.
Yeah. If you had 200 grow, but
So 22 total. All right, Davis,
Yeah.
give me.
Yeah. So as Davis kind of sees, like, all right, yeah, he's got a good lead. Kind of runs up, prepares to smack it, and just trips and falls on his fucking face, and with a natural one, completely misses.
Oh no. Okay.
You
Yeah.
slide face first into
Yeah,
the
like,
into
I
the
may,
pole.
if you want me to do like a fumble table, I might like actually roll into the fucking hot ass metal. So
If you want to.
yeah, sure, why
propose-
not? Let's go. Here, I'll even roll it in roll 20. Let's go 11 and up. Is bad.
Okay, 11 up bad. Got it, heard.
I don't see how
I'm
somersaults
good,
are gonna
okay.
help us.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right, Karos, 20 total. The heat metal definitely weakened the dice, and the fact that you're not going for where the daggers are, good job. Yes, you. Ding, and it bends, and it's so hot that it snaps. The whip cuts through it like a cheese floss through a
Yeah,
cheese.
nice.
Now I want cheese.
Falls over. Ding, ding, ding.
Mhm.
And then like you'll see that as it snaps, that swirling energy that's like built up around the dice and the daggers just like disperses rapidly, seeping through the walls and going out from the manor into the sky.
Does
The
that,
glow fades.
Was that a
did
good
we
thing?
do it?
It is something.
Whatever it was doing, it's not doing anymore. I just don't know how it ended.
I'm gonna run back to the other room.
Yeah.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, as you guys are like, as some of you begin to run, you hear the footsteps, and Maul's like, "Oh, did you do something?"
Yeah, but yeah, did it do it? It's good. We're good.
Come with me. He just
Yeah,
turns,
okay.
starts running.
Everybody, come on.
I'm gonna tap Karos on the shoulder. Can I have a thing?
Oh yeah, sorry. Here.
So I'm gonna get on my tippy toes to tap him.
Careful, it's hot right there. I wouldn't loop it yet.
Okay. I'm just gonna drag that all the way. Stand in the back so nobody trips on it.
All right, let me re-grab y'all's tokens.
Did we grab the pile of cloaks?
First run.
I
I
don't
think
know
we
where you
did that.
put them.
I thought we
Pretty
already
sure we
had.
grabbed. Somebody
Nope.
has a bunch of cloaks. And I don't remember
Karos?
who.
It might actually just be wrong, honestly.
Well, I think we piled them in that room after the first fight.
Yeah,
I remember we did get them all off of the
Yeah.
folks just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe
Oh yeah,
just
because I wrapped all their like little daggers in a cloak,
that's
so
right.
it wouldn't. Oh yeah, because
Can
we put it in the bag of holding, that not the devouring terrible bag that we have,
Yeah.
but the good bag that
Yeah,
our
Maul's
allies
bag of
have.
holding.
oh, Mole has it all. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you,
that's
sir.
right.
All right, let's just kind of.
Yeah, I remembered wrapping them up, and that helped me remember that Mull has a bag of holding that you can actually get stuff out of
without losing a finger
without
or
losing
more.
something else.
Yeah.
What? No, bags are one way. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. There you go. So as you kind of return, with Mole running back through the hall, up on the telescope, um, you'll see on the ground around it that the ground has been crushed. Like Mole has been with his maul, and has kind of ripped open the ground, and there is more of that artifice leading from the ground into the telescope, and uh, is the entire house appears to be some sort of conduit for what was being produced over in the other room. I'm assuming you turned it off or you broke it or something.
Yep. Or something.
I
That
think so. I mean, there was a
that
big
is
boosh, but it stopped the slow stream anyway.
yes. I believe whatever you did has now untethered the storm, which is I don't know good or bad or both.
So is that like a balloon is just gonna like float into the sky and go wherever it goes now, or what?
I think it will no longer collect energy and now it'll go run its course.
So it
From
could
what I
be
understand.
bad, but it's limited amount of bad.
Exactly. Miss Estra said that it is heading to Whitlaw. I would imagine that we will see it start to drift in that direction if it is indeed a conscious storm of. I just said the words conscious storm. It's not too weird since I work with elementals, but you get my drift.
Huh.
If you have somebody you trust over in Whitlaw, now would be the time to send them a message, yeah?
All of us will likely have to depart that way. And
I'm
you'll
not
just
sure
see.
we can outrun a storm.
A sentient dragon fart is headed your way. Take cover.
Angry sentient dragon.
Yeah.
Angry, but slightly weaker than it would have been otherwise.
You're welcome.
So yeah, exactly. So give us some credit.
Yeah. Is there any detail or anything that you can recall of why it might be going there?
It's
Yeah.
looking for an eye.
Probably that.
Excellent. Okay. Well, the eye of.
I mean, I think it's Agni's eye, honestly, but it was also something that Aristotar had in her hoard at one point.
Well, is the relic that you mentioned that was associated with the mountain, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Very okay. Well, I have a feeling that I have a feeling that there is a follow-up to be had in Whitlaw then. I don't know what else to say other than the storm is unleashed. And unfortunately, these three only know so much. They were only
Worthless?
given,
Yeah.
they were only given so much information. Is there anything else? Is there any tie or connection beyond the eye that you might think exists?
In Whitlaw?
I mean, anything.
The guy who took it.
Right.
And who would that be?
I mean, his title's the Sovereign. I don't remember his name. Dragnar, what's his name? He would know, right? Like, it's Amara's
Yeah, he
dad,
would.
right? So.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm literally just drawing a blank on it.
Jimmy Two Fingers, Snot Nose, the
Give me
Sovereign.
the Eye Stealer.
Two
No.
fingers, of course.
I am legitimately drawing a blank.
Yeah, I
The
don't
hell?
remember either.
I uh
Sovereign Luster. I have.
Magiato Luster.
Yeah.
Magianto Luster.
I don't think we
Nice.
ever heard the first name, but
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Spoiler.
Sovereign Luster. Yeah. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Hey, Dragnar was the Luster jackass.
Oh.
I mean, if it's
Very
just
well.
heading for him, then oh no.
I, we'll say it is a storm. I don't think it's going to just
Yeah, I guess it's not like a sniper rifle or something, which yeah, it doesn't exist in this
Uh,
world, but whatever. It's
a
not
lot
exactly a
though.
precision,
Yeah.
precision weapon, I guess. So it's probably gonna have some collateral damage.
It's not fair for the rest of Whitlaw to be amongst the ire of whatever he brought.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not sure we can I'm not sure we can outrun a whole storm.
Yeah, is there a way we can get there faster than a storm can? Because it took us, what, 8 days? Because we came here from there. It took us, what, like 7, 8 days to get here? Storm can sweep that like a day or two.
This is a problem. I mean, we'll have to pull resources and see if there's anything, but off the top of my head, nothing right now. But I do think your departure, perhaps our departure soon after, is something required. Oh.
Yeah, we should, if we can have a way of warning allies there. I mean, we do have a Tabaxi friend there that I think we trust pretty implicitly. And he might be able to get the word out amongst those who can maybe do some things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we have trusted friends in Whitlaw that are connected to the not official channels of trade,
Right.
but can probably
Whatever.
spread the word around pretty quickly.
Very well.
And they have links to like some of the colleges and things, so they know people.
Maybe that sent message that we were pondering earlier could be better used to inform him. You think?
Yeah, we need to be careful with what we say though, because we don't fully know what to expect. I think.
I'll tell him just to let the underground know to batten down the hatches,
Should
proverbially
we?
and literally.
Should we? If we think, so do we think it's really just specifically targeting Lester? Like if we get him out of Whitlaw, would that help spare Whitlaw from any, like I said, collateral damage? And actually, I'll kind of look at these three assholes, be like, do we think that it's got a specific target in mind, this thing?
Uh, um, Give me an intimidation check.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming intimidation check.
Sure. 17.
13. Oh, why do I have her? What is this? There you go. Bragan, Umiko, and Lady Estra. Uh, we're actually. I. They're kind of like looking at each other and kind of trying to formulate some thought and say, we don't know. We were told we were summoning the vengeance of our patron.
Aristratar?
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know for who. I
You
think
guys
some
should
of us
ask a
thought
lot
it
more
was,
questions next time.
we thought, well, I thought that it was going to seek out the people that destroyed it.
I mean, that'd be us. So if the storm's moving, then it's not moving for us.
Yeah, we killed the Ristertar. It's over. I don't understand why it sticks around so long. Such a persistent dragon.
Yeah, what a nuisance.
Uh, Lady Esther say, the dragon is dead. We're dealing with its rage and its lingering will.
Can
We
nothing just
all,
die anymore? Is that like out of style?
uh, she looks over at Maxine's
Maxime,
body.
yeah. He didn't
Things
die.
certainly die.
I casually glance over at Maxime. I guess you're right.
Uh,
Either
but
way, should we bust this joint? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Or did I?
Wait, fuck you! Interrupt! I'm interrupting you.
yeah. Uh, will say, I have concerns that if the storm is not just targeted, because who knows how much um, discretion a lingering conscious will have, we might just be dealing with a swath of destruction as it rolls.
So anything between here and there is in trouble as well.
Potentially.
How tall is it here? Is there an open window?
Yeah. You're in an observatory. There's plenty of windows. What are you looking for? You're on the 4th floor of a large manor.
I'm kind of
On
asking like
top of a shelf.
these three assholes, like they mentioned.
Yeah.
How tall is it up here?
Oh shoot, you're trying to get me to think topographically. Oh god.
What
You're
is it,
on a
4-story?
4-story on a building that leads up to a mountain. You're I don't know sea level, but like in the general vicinity of like the land around you, you're about 1,000 or so feet up higher.
Oh my god. What is this? Cliffs all the way around?
Yeah, you're on a shelf. You are literally on a shelf.
Adam, it's called a mansion.
I'm sorry.
Look,
We're
Okay,
on
wait, am I
window
exaggerating? Wait,
disappointed.
let me think.
No.
Wait, it's 1,000? Wait. Oh shit, I actually didn't think this through. Dan, I need people to think with me.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
4-story building is 40 feet, around 40.5
Yeah.
feet.
That's
Right,
just the
Double
building
ceilings.
itself.
Let's just do this. This is actually a good point to take a break. So let's take a break,
Pause.
and and DM brain needs to think. Actually,
Same. I need to go get some medicine and stuff. So.
yeah. So let's go ahead and do a good 20-minute break. So be back at 40
45.
past, 45 past at the latest. Okay.